Hello, hello, all. Thank you for joining us again on the Almost Brothers podcast. Hey, will you do us a favor? If this podcast has meant something to you and encouraged you, will you consider becoming a monthly supporter? You could do $3, $5, $8, or $10 a month. What this does is this helps financially support the podcast so that we can continue to put out content and help better serve you. So if you would, down in the show notes, you can click the link, support, and become a monthly member. We love you. New episode coming your way. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Almost Brothers podcast. On today's episode, we're going to talk about how do you just get focused when your mind's going 1,000 different directions. Coming up. What's up? And thank you for joining us yet again today. Thank you for spending a little time with us on whatever day you're listening to this. Jeremiah, how are you doing?
What was that? I wasn't listening. Man, I'm doing good. I wasn't focused. Man, I'm doing good. Doing good. It's been a crazy, hectic day, but it's been good.
At least you didn't walk in with your 44 ounce of soda like
no,
you used to do.
No, I got her cut back to 20 today.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Man, it's the soda. Can't do it.
I know, but you'll do energy drinks, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's sugar-free energy drinks.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I don't even know.
Yeah, today it's both of our brains are kind of going everywhere.
I'm fried,
so
but
perfect.
It's good.
Perfect example because you just got off work, right?
Mm-hmm.
How'd that go?
Yeah, it was good. It was it was just one of them jobs that nothing seemed to go right, but I got through it. Thank you, Lord.
Oh man, right.
I didn't lose my cool. but you know how some days it's like, some days I think we're going to find something to talk about on this topic, but some days it seems like things just fall into place, and it's effortless and, things are, come together nicely. You always have what you need, right there. And then some days it just doesn't go like that, and I'll be honest. I didn't pray this morning, and I just, those days do not go as well. Yeah. I don't think it's, God's fault that my day went rough, but I didn't have I didn't ask him to bless my day either and go before me and make things smooth. And those days seem to go better. You know what I mean? Oh, man. So it's kind of my own fault. I'm sorry, Lord. I'll make sure to check in with you in the morning.
So you're like, okay, I won't do that again, man. Yeah, it's and those days, man, it's hard to keep your cool when it's just every single thing is going wrong.
Yeah.
Is Max getting any better?
Max is feeling much better today. Hopefully he'll get to go back to school tomorrow. His fever broke sometime in the middle of the night last night. So he's doing better. I talked to Missy on my way up here, and she was cleaning. So she's been off work for the past couple of days with him. So
at least that's going better. At least he's feeling better.
Yeah,
so
man, it's weird because he's such a, he's always into something and doing something, playing his, even if it's just playing his games and stuff. But man, the last couple of days, he's just been laying around. Yeah. I'm just, tossing and turning and groaning and coming there, and he'd lay down with you for a while. Then he'd go lay on the hardwood floor, I guess, because it was nice and cool or whatever. Yeah. But just like didn't want the Switch, didn't want the tablet. I mean, really didn't even care about what was on TV. Just feeling rough. So I'm glad he's getting to feel better. I love that little guy.
Yeah, he's awesome, man.
I heard that your daughter was crying because he wasn't at church.
Oh, was she? I didn't know that.
I think Jamie texted Missy that.
Oh my goodness, that is funny.
We're gonna have to watch that situation right there.
Apparently, they're married already.
He was wanting to know about buying a ring. I was like, Max,
7 years old marriage, man. Yeah, I told him he's got to get a job and come. We got to have a talk first.
Yeah, it's like you need to go ask for a daddy's blessing and all that. You're skipping some steps here.
Like all of the steps. Man, that was so funny when you tell me he asked how much was a ring.
Yeah. And he was so disappointed that I told him, like, I know a good one's probably going to cost you a couple grand. And he was just like, man, and just,
that's a lot of
that's
money.
a lot of money.
He just went and sat back
Just
down.
went and sat back down.
Oh my gosh.
And your daughter, Zaylee, she said, stop staring at us. We're on a date. Yeah. I was like, okay, my bad. Yeah. I was like trying to, it was cute. I was trying to get pictures of them and stuff, and they wouldn't look at me, they were like, no, leave us alone.
Funny. Oh my goodness. And it doesn't surprise me. She was crying because he wasn't there.
That's so right. Cute.
And she probably same today, is because she didn't get to see him last night, which she was mad because, we took her out of that daycare and she's at a different one now. She's kind of mad. Yeah. She don't get to see Max anymore, right. Every day, but at least they get to see each other on church days. But Oh my goodness gracious, so funny. But yeah, man, I know it seems like our days get busier and busier and we schedule more and more stuff in the middle of them, man. And it's those days where we forget to pray, we forget to read God's word, and we forget to, listen to, which today I was at school and I got to listen to a bunch of praise and worship music. Mm-hmm. I got that in, but it's like squeezing everything in. It's like all you can do is focus on what you're doing at that moment. Mm-hmm. And then something always seems to fall through the cracks throughout the day. And it's like, man, Lord, why did I put so much on myself today, man? What do you think the best thing is to stop that from happening, man, and just be able to kind of take a breather?
Man, I think I'm coming out of the winter where it was a little bit slower for me. And now that it's, weather's getting nicer, just things are picking up. I've had people calling about needing work done. And it's kind of like, there's an old saying, when the sun's shining, it's time to make hay, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. This winter was pretty slow. I kind of got time by myself and I got to, be in the word and do that, more than what I would if I had my, 9-to-5 job. But now that things are really picking up, man, I'm thankful for it because it's a blessing. God, I'm thankful for the work, but I cannot neglect my time with him. Yeah. And, because that's my first priority. It has to be my first priority or it all fall apart. Yeah. And, man, I don't know. I think is what I'm going to have to do is get up a little earlier. Yeah. Because, when you're busy, like, when you're working hard and you're tired, the last thing you want to do is get up, an hour early, spend time with the Lord. You think, man, I just need some sleep. But it's amazing how he'll give us strength and he'll energize us more than that extra hour of sleep.
Man, you ain't lying. Like for me, it's like, if I just hit snooze, like just 15 more minutes, like that's gonna help me.
I don't even go back to sleep in 15 minutes.
Just lay there and wait on the next alarm to go off. Yeah, I'm the same way, man. And it seems like, we'll be busy one week, and then the next week we'll add more on top of that.
Yeah,
and then wonder why we're running around crazy. It's at the point we really do need to take time to ourselves. I've been talking to Richard about this, him and Jennifer being able to find, one day a week or one day a month or something like that to be able to say, you know what, we're going to shut our phones off. We're going to go out to eat or spend some time together to where no kids, no nothing.
Right.
I think we need to do that not only with our spouses, but with ourselves. Just say, you know what, I'm going to spend some time in the word, just praying or alone in my secret place, and make time for that like we make time for everything else. Schedule time for that like we schedule everything else. Yeah. I'm the worst with that, trying to squeeze I've got this at 6 and this at 7. Let's try to squeeze something in at 6:15. And it's like it just keeps piling up. And you find yourself running around like crazy from the moment you wake up to the moment you get back home, and that's not good for anybody.
No, it's not.
Especially when it's not bad when you're doing things for the Lord, but he also said rest, spend time with your family, spend time with your kids.
And that's what, and I don't want to get into a position where I'm neglecting my duties as a dad or as a husband. Yeah. Missy and I, we do our lunch dates. Yeah. I know you've seen the Facebook post where we're stopping at gas stations, eating that, meat on a stick. Yep. But I think we got great barbecue here. Yeah. I mean, our gas stations have great barbecue. But so we got that hour, if I'm working locally, that we always try to, that's our time. No kids, no interruptions. Even if we don't even eat, we just drive around for an hour. Yeah. At least we got that time together. And then Saturdays, normally we try not to schedule anything other than if we're going to do something with the kids, but try to just make Saturday our day, even if we don't do anything. Yeah. That's kind of the day we try to just rest, which it seems like we do that. I've been doing that a lot because we're coming out of winter and COVID and all that stuff, where now it's like, man, you got the cabin fever. It's like, I'm ready to start traveling and doing some things, do some, I would say hiking, but we all know that's a lie. I'm not a hiker.
I'm not.
Our Tennessee trip was awful.
Oh my gosh. The video where like y'all were lost or whatever.
Yeah. I'm not a hiker. I found that out. I mean, it sounds good. I mean, it looks, I got the backpack, I got the shoes and everything. I mean, I'm like, I'm ready to do this.
Did you actually have anything in the backpack? Or just have
drinks? I had a ton of drinks. So and we didn't go long enough to need a drink. So all I'm doing is carrying around this extra weight
for
nothing. Looks
good.
Yeah. I'm finally like, hey, we're almost back to the truck. Let's stop and at least drink something out of this backpack that I've been toting around for the past 2 hours.
What'd you say? Yeah. It's like, yeah, we've been on this trail for 2 hours, but at least it's raining now.
Yeah,
all right, let's go.
Thank goodness it's raining. Let's go. Yeah, we were like a quarter mile in to a 1.5 mile little hike up to this waterfall thing. Yeah. And I don't know. I'm not a hiker. And like I see this really big dude coming down he's coming on his way back. He already been there.
Oh, yeah.
Big dude. And he made it. And Missy's like, come on, that guy made it. And I'm like, I know, but I said, I think that this air is too thin for my blood or something.
Oh gosh. I was like,
I can't do it. I don't know. I'm just not a hiker.
Wow.
I'm not a hiker.
That is
awesome. I mean, I've seen some like people bringing llamas out. I'm like, let me ride a llama up in there. I'll do that.
Yeah. No, I don't want a part of any of that. Absolutely not. No. The hiking sounds horrible.
Now, the waterfalls were cool. Like the ones that I actually did get to go see, they were awesome. Burgess Falls.
I'll put that on a screensaver though, and look at that. Oh, pretty. Okay, that's good.
Not the same.
That's good. That's all. That's all I want.
Not your thing. I mean, that's not hard to believe. I mean, I believe that's not your thing. I believe that getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and going out in the woods and sitting in a tree for 5 or 6 hours ain't your thing either.
Oh, that sounds horrible. That sounds like, oh no.
I've heard the story where you went one time, and it was a horrific story.
It wasn't good. It was cool to see, but then it was like, all right,
that's not my thing.
Let's get back.
Do you fish?
No, absolutely not.
How are we friends?
I don't know. Just God.
That's it. That's our connection.
I swear, man, I haven't. It's probably been 25 years since I've fished.
Wow.
And no, I don't want no part of any of that. I'll eat fish, like I like fish, to eat, but no, no. We'll usually me and Jamie will go out to eat and like walk around Walmart or something,
right?
Walk around some stores. That's our spend time together, or kind of like y'all.
It's kind of like hiking.
Yeah, exactly.
It's flat hiking.
Yeah, just in circles. But we kind of do that too, kind of the lunch dates, or every now and then, even in Malden, like we'll just go to that Walmart, for 30 minutes and kind of look at stuff we need for the house or whatever, and just spend a little bit of time together, man. Yeah. It's
when we lived at the lake, we would take her daughters or we'd take Ben with us, and we just called it family fun time.
Yeah.
we would just head to Walmart at like 11 o'clock at night and just walk around for a while. Yeah. It's kind of fun to go to like a big Walmart late at night. Because there's either no one in there or the ones that are in there pretty interesting.
Oh yes, very, very much so. Yeah,
I kind of enjoy that.
Yeah, it's like we don't know what we're gonna get, but it's about to be crazy.
Right, got the phone out, ready.
Man, I'm telling you. Oh my gosh! Speaking of, I'll tell you a story about Richard. Everybody that knows me know we love the show One Tree Hill. So last time, or I can't say last time, but there was this one time where Richard and Jennifer and them were at Walmart. And apparently a dude had on a One Tree Hill, a basketball jersey from the show. Mm-hmm. So this kid's 19, 20, around that age. Richard's running this guy down, chasing him through aisles. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Did he go down? Oh, there he is. Run, just to get a picture of him.
I thought maybe he was going to ask him where he got the jersey or something. No, he just wanted the picture.
Can I get a picture? Dude's yeah, man, sounds good. Oh my goodness! It's funny. It's people like that you'll find in there late at night. Mm-hmm. So somebody running around trying to find somebody in a One Tree Hill jersey. Just right. Richard. Oh my goodness! Yeah, and he took it and sent it to me. I'm like, oh, awesome! And it's no, I got to tell you the story. I had to search him down. Oh my goodness!
I thought he was being stalked.
Right. Probably freaked him out coming around the corner. Whoa, who's this guy running me down? But man, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say about the focus thing, since we kind of rabbit trailed there a little bit, get her back on the track, get her back on focus. But no, I think what do you do? I know we've talked about like spending time with family and making sure we got time for God, but how do you keep your vision narrowed to what like God has for us? You know what I mean? Like, so what do you do to make sure that, cause I know we can get busy with a lot of stuff, but how do we make sure that what we're staying busy with is what God has for us?
Oh man, that's good. For me, almost every time it seems like God will confirm it through somebody, like randomly, like there's no coincidence about it. Like he'll confirm that thing. Cause I want to get confirmation before I step. I never want to step without it being God saying, all right, let's step. So usually what'll happen is I'll pray about it and be thinking about it, but I'm still kind of on the fence. Like, God, is this me or is it you? Like, sometimes it's very hard to distinguish between the two. And what'll happen is God will confirm, like through somebody randomly at a random time, it'll be like in your face, like, whoa, okay. I know my focus is right. I know I'm good and I'm on the right track, because God will confirm it for you. And I think that'll hold true in a lot of people's lives. Like God will confirm it to you in one way or another. It could be through another person. It could be through a message that you happen to hear, or, a lot of times I'll be thinking of something or a story or a scripture that I'm going to use or something that I feel like God's leading me towards. And I'll hear a sermon on that exact thing. I'm like, whoa, okay. Yeah. Like it's a pretty rare topic, not a topic you hear all the time. And it's like, whoa, man, like, okay, that's, I know I'm on the right track. I know that's God, and I think that's the best way is to stay in prayer, but also God will confirm it to you. Yeah. Through somebody or through something, even through a song or a poem. I mean, it's just been random things. It's like, whoa, okay. Like, it's like I had a message once, like about, so I can't remember exactly what it was about, but say like it's about like a water bottle. And that's a pretty common thing. And I'm like, God, like, how do I know like this is a message? It's not just me like trying to put a message together and trying to come up with something cool and unique and something. And like a driving down the road and a truck, like an 18-wheeler, like the what is it called? The back like hatch or whatever, like comes up and like 24 packs of water bottles come spilling out onto the road. It's just like, whoa, like that's not something you see. And I'm just like, okay, I see, God, I see what you're doing. No, it's stuff like that God will bring out just like in your face. Like, whoa, okay. Or if you have a dream about building something like, God, I want to start this ministry, pray about it, think about it, keep your mind on it. But God will confirm that to you through somebody randomly will come up to you and, hey, you've got this on your heart that you want to do for God and you're scared to step. God says step, and be like, okay, I don't even know who you are. Like you're speaking right to me, I think that's the biggest thing, man, especially with that focus, making sure it's on the right thing. But I think as long as your heart is in the right place, most of the time you're going to be, that vision is going to be in the right area. So, right. But I think deliberately, kind of what we hit on earlier, just deliberately making time for those things, making sure that you take your focus and narrow it down, get those blinders on and focus and keep things in priority. God first, family, ministry, keep those things and your focus will be in the right place. Even when you get busy and things get chaotic, you'll still, be able to keep those things in priority.
Yeah. I was just sitting here thinking about sometimes chaos for me is a sign that maybe I'm not hearing from God clearly, or maybe I'm just not obeying, what he's telling me to do, because most of the time, whenever, God speaks to us, there's order that goes along with God, he doesn't like confusion. I guess chaos and confusion aren't really the same thing. Yeah. Things can get chaotic. I mean, life in general is just chaotic at times, but the confusion part, I think, is what the word I was looking for there. God, I think, like you said, things will be confirmed, and people, randomly will tell you things that kind of get you, to where you're like, oh yes, that makes sense. That's confirmation that I was looking for. Yeah. But, if I get to a place where I'm confused or there's just a lot of stuff like that going on, then I know that I'm either not hearing from God clearly or I'm just not listening. Yeah. Not obeying.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And I'm kind of the opposite. Like I work better in chaos. Like it's kind of like, you know how we always use the analogy, like sports analogies or whatever. I know Jamie said she texted you and said it was a good sports analogy.
Yeah.
Like I love playing in the fourth quarter when I'm down, back against the wall. Like I've always had that kind of fight or flight mentality.
Oh yeah.
So I like working with multiple things going on to a fault. You know, many times I take on stuff like that because that's how I like to work, but then things start to get confusing and things start to fall through the cracks. And God says, look, you need to really narrow this down and start focusing and get a list of priorities of what you need to do first. Not, what is it like? What's the saying? Like you're doing a bunch of things at once and nothing's getting done. And I feel like many times I try to do a lot of things because I feel like if I'm doing a bunch of stuff at the same time, I'm actually getting something done, when in reality, I'm just starting this and then jumping to this.
Right. Movement's not always progress.
Yeah.
My wife and I were talking about kind of, staying focused, like what we're talking about here. But if there was a machine, right, that you could buy, like an appliance for your home, and this appliance would mow your yard, it would do your dishes, it could iron your laundry, it would, it could do all these things. I mean, it was just your one-stop, appliance that does it all, but it doesn't really do any of them well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it can do all these things, but it's not doing any of them well at all. That's good. Yeah. And so that's kind of how I think that we can get by tackling too many things and like you said, spreading yourself out too thin to where, like, you're doing stuff, you're busy. The thing you said about the pressure, like the fourth quarter stuff, that I don't mind that. Yeah. I don't mind pressure as long as I'm focused and I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? When I know the goal, but man, when there's confusion to go along with pressure, man, I tend to get a little bit upset. Yeah. Like, okay, taking a quiz. I'm doing the college. Let's talk about that. Like you're watching that clock go down, right? Yeah. You're not being able to find something. Say, you just get off, and all of a sudden you're like, as that clock's running and you're digging through your book trying to find this stuff and your internet shuts off for a second or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that to me, that sets me like in a downward spiral.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I start losing my mind, because it's like, I don't know if it's a control thing or what it is, but I mean, I when it starts getting like that, man, I'm not any fun to be around. Yeah. Missy just sits over there in the corner watching TV. Like I'm not even going to speak to him right now. Don't even look at him right now. Oh yeah. But that's something I need to work on. But like I said, I like things. I like to have a clear vision and a goal, Yeah. And I work better that way.
Oh yeah. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I need to work on. That's something I need to work on is being able to focus on the one thing at a time. Like get this done, then do this, then do this. So I mean, I've had some of my leaders kind of like that. Like, hey, let us know.
But it's a gift. I mean, you have a gift to be able to do multiple things like you do. I mean, I don't possess that gift. I'm more of here's a task, complete it.
And that's why. That's why, see, we complimented Billy. You're the yin to my yang.
There you go. That's we just figured it out finally on episode 82. Right. Got it. Thank you. I think that's it. I mean, thank you for joining us.
That's we got it. Man, we figured this thing out. Oh, that's funny. Well, yeah, you got anything else on your heart?
Man, I think I'm good, man. I'm just ready for this weekend. My parents are going to be in town. I'm excited about that.
Nice.
It'll be good to see them.
Oh yes. Well, we need to get the moms on here one of these days.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you guys for joining us once again on the Almost Brothers podcast with Jeremiah and Michael. Remember, if you don't have a home church, come check us out at the Lighthouse in Dexter. 8:30 outside in the parking lot, 10 o'clock inside. We love y'all.